This is RuVik Education, and today we're going to be beginning with Lektion 5, page number 65. And this is for class 5th, but you don't really have to be in class 5th because these are basic concepts that if you learn them, then your German would be pretty good, like the basics. So, yeah, we are learning together, growing together. We may make some mistakes, but we'll try our best to give you the correct or as much as correct information that we can provide. So, without any further ado, let's begin. So, we have a partner, Übungen, that means partner activity, partner exercise that you have to do with a partner or a friend that you might do in class. And even if you don't have a partner, you can do it pretty much by yourself. For these, I usually give one or two examples because then the point of it kind of diminishes. That if I give you the answers, it won't really be a activity or exercise. It's for you to improve. Okay, so the first activity or exercise is where one partner asks wohin gehen Sie. So they have given you Z over here, and here they have given you other names, and the partner two and the second partner has to kind of tell the answer. Like for example, in the first example, we have wohin gehen Sie. First person asks wohin gehen Sie. The second one answers like ich gehe ins Theater. So the second one also example wohin gehen Sie? Ich gehe zur Universität. I'm going to the university. Third example, wohin gehen Sie? Ich gehe ins Restaurant. Can you do the fourth one? If you can do the fourth one, go ahead and comment it down below. The fifth one is the fifth to eighth one are a little bit different. You don't have to write gehen like wohin gehen Florian. That would be incorrect because the verb conjugation for gehen changes. Whenever we are talking about people or person, then we have to use the RCS conjugation. So can you guess what is it for gehen? I'm giving you a minute. Ich gehe, du gehst, RCS, geht. So, wohin geht Florian? So, then your answer should also be Florian geht zur Schule. Okay? So, hopefully you got it. For example, even with Amira, here we'll take wohin geht Amira? Amira geht nach Hause. Okay? So, the rest too, I hope you can do by yourself. And fourth one, you have to comment it down below. Okay, second activity is literally the same. Just here we have du and here we have ihr. Wohin gehst du? Where are you going? Ich gehe ins Theater. I am going to the theaters. This was the first example. If I take the second example, then the question would remain the same. Wohin gehst du? But the answer would be Ich gehe zum Bahnhof. Instead of eins, I'm using zum over here because we just learned it in grammatic. But for restaurant, I'm using eins. Ich gehe ins Restaurant. For bureau, what would I use? Comment it down below. The fourth part, you have to comment it down. If I talk about kino, but here we have ear, so there would be a change. Can you guess what was the verb conjugation for ear in gehen? It is geht. So, wohin geht ihr? So, wir gehen ins Kino would be the answer. So I hope you can do the rest of them. It's pretty easy. And let's begin with the third activity in which we have partner one says, Ich möchte ein Käsebrot. I would like a cheese bread. Was möchtest du? What would you like? So partner two is answering the question, eine Cola. One cola. So for example, this was like the first part they have solved. The second part we have to do. So we can simply say, Ich möchte ein, I guess you can say anything. And then when they ask, was möchtest du? Then you have to answer einen Apfelsaft. So similarly, we have two more examples with ich. and then we have with do, sie. Oh, sorry, guys. This is a little different, in which we have like four examples only. Ich möchte einen Apfelsaft. That is correct. Was möchtest du? Then the question would actually be a little different because here we have sie. So ich möchte using ich and then möchte einen Apfelsaft, and instead of was möchtest du, we will say was möchten Sie. You know why? Because of verb conjugation. So the answer would be not it will be eine Fisch und Reis. That means a fish and rice. So I'll just do the third example as well. Ich möchte einen Kaffee. Then, was möchtet ihr? Answer will be eine Tasse Tee, a cup of tea. Ich möchte ein Schinkenbrot. Was möchtest du? Kartoffelsalat. So that would be the answer. So if I begin with the fourth activity, in which we have partner one who says, bitte bringen Sie das Buch. This is a imperative activity. Partner two says, ja, hier bitte. So this was the first example. We simply use Sie imperative form, which is not really different. Bitte bringen Sie das Buch. For the second one, we have to use du and we have to use gehen and nach Hause. So how do we do that? Simple. First, I will try and convert this into normal form. What is normal form? If I had not been using imperative, how would I write this? I would write it something like this. So till now, I have been telling you to write Du gehst nach Hause. Before I even talk about the sentences, here we have gehen. Du and gehen conjugation is gehst. So I'm going to use gehst. Now, till now I've been telling you the first kind of sentence, which is du gehst nach Hause, in which I removed du and in which I removed st. So I got gehe nach Hause. Right? Is that correct? That is correct. But one simple thing that I want to let you know is that here we're kind of giving a command. So the correct kind of sentence should be gehst du nach Hause, even if it is in simple form, and it is pretty much the same. Here also if I remove du and here also if I remove st, I am ultimately getting the same answer. I did not want to kind of disrupt the second verb at second position kind of thing. That's why I told you this. So for now you can follow the first part itself. Anyways, now we have here. This one you have to write down in the comment section below because here was very simple. Next we're coming to do. How to do this do one again? We have done do, so I guess you'll be able to do this. Let's do z. Okay, z is very simple. Bitte nehmen Sie einen, no, sorry. Nehmen Sie eine Cola? Answer can be ja, please, ja, bitte. Okay, here you have to do by yourself. So go ahead and comment down the fourth part below. So we'll be beginning with page number 66 now, in which you have Essen und Getränke. That means eatables and drinks. So here we have a variety of words and we have to match it with its picture. Pretty simple. So first of all, we can see it's a hamburger. So their hamburger, we are able to see the article as well there. That means it's masculine. Then we have a pizza over here. So this is the second one. Is it an order or what? So what is this? I am not able to identify that. So we'll save that for later. But yeah. Next you have cafe. Cafe is right over here. If I'm not wrong, this should be cafe. Cafe is there. There is there, tea, and there cafe. So we have cafe over here, we have tea over here, we have cola over here. Die Cola. Remember why? Because eine Cola is there, na? So it will be die. Sometimes people use das. That is also true. Next, we have Orangensaft, that is orange juice. So that also is given pretty much clearly. And the last thing that we are left with is Schnitzel. So this is your Schnitzel. If I talk about Schnitzel, then Schnitzel is kind of like a cutlet. Okay, moving to page number 67, but we'll be doing that in the next part. So go ahead and watch that.